Okay, so I'm back and I have my pink microphone with me, and today we're going to talk about some ideas and some new directions because I feel like this is what I love to talk about, new directions. Instead of actually doing stuff, I just talk about new decisions that I have. I started talking in here because I really wanted to have the feeling that I was just actually doing something. And what I just said about me finding new directions instead of doing stuff really goes hand in hand with me doing the first video because I was just desperately trying to just do and not think, overthink and don't do. And then I started to do them again and again and again, and there was developments in during these weeks that I was doing these videos, and so I'm kind of happy about that, but I'm also feeling overwhelmed that there's so much thinking and not that much action, not that much of me doing. And I know that a lot of that it's because of me overthinking everything, and I try to rationalize everything that I do, and it always goes back to I have a plan, I know exactly what I'm going to do, I'm excited about it, but throughout my day, I always find an excuse to not do what I have to do. And if I go down on this feeling of why I never actually do this, like for instance, I almost didn't do this video even though I know it's been way too long that I haven't done videos here. And I think the feeling is of, it's almost like I was not allowed, like this is not truly meant for me. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's like deep down my head doesn't believe in the things that I'm dreaming. So why go through the hassle of actually doing this? Why go through the hassle of like recording in your kitchen when you could just be watching the Olympics? And I wanted to do things differently today. I wanted to say, like, what if I give myself permission to actually do the things I need to do every day? Because throughout the videos here, I've changed my plans a few times, quite a few times. For instance, right now, and I don't think that's per se a bad thing, because I also came from a person who didn't even know what she wanted to do. Like, whenever people ask me, what is your dream? I didn't even have one. So what I'm feeling, and that's something that my wife told me, is that when you're in the video game stage of all the things you're going through is just so you can find the map to get you to the different level. And what I'm feeling right now, it's maybe that, like, all of what I'm going through right now, it's to find that thing that it's going to be the thing that I'm going to pursue. So maybe right now it's not about actually doing, it's maybe more thinking, so I can actually, because even though I'm not doing the stuff that even though I'm not doing the stuff that I say that I'm going to do, I am thinking a lot, I'm rationalizing a lot, I'm writing a lot, I'm questioning myself a lot, I'm giving myself answers, and I'm going deeper. That can be a good thing because I'm finding answers, but that can also be a bad thing because I'm finding answers, but I'm not doing anything with those answers. Anyways, I want to see the positive here, so I'm finding answers, and nothing is wasted in our journey. So that's what I'm trying to focus. So what I was saying is that I have new directions, and the new direction that I have for this video compared to the last video was really focused on comedy. I knew that I had just finished the Steve Martin masterclass, and I was going to pursue more comedic videos here and on Instagram. But from the last video to today, I had this insight of what if I go back to a really old dream that I forgot that it was actually a dream because it was just like me as a kid having fun. What if I have my own store where I create stuff and I could sell that and I could connect with people through these things that I created? When I was a kid, I got a sewing machine for Christmas. Me and my sister, I was the one who I was really intense into sewing clothes and bags, and I really loved it. I remember me and my sister, we dreamed about having our own store, and that made me really, the idea of it made me really happy. And so today was like, what if I went back to it? But less sewing because I live in a house where the walls are really thin, so I don't want to annoy my neighbors. But there's something that last year I discovered was abstract art. I am absolutely fascinated by it and I loved creating it. I wanted to do more and more of that, and I was like, okay, that's it. I'm going to set up my shop, I'm going to create my community, I'm going to do this thing that I feel that I really want to do, but I never did it. I got too scared. I thought that I wasn't ready. It wasn't my art, it wasn't good enough. I kept finding excuses, and I think in the last 2 weeks I was like, what if I went back to this plan and did that thing? What if I created my community? What if I could set up my shop? What if I could show people my art? What if I could develop more my art, develop myself more creatively, develop my creativity. And instead of focusing on scripting stuff, I would, because it doesn't feel, it never feels right. I always have so much fear and excuses and syndrome imposter in my head when I'm going to write about anything. That's why I'm always just here with my microphone and just myself. And that works because I have never ever posted anything scripted, but I do have 19 videos online. So done, there's this saying in Portuguese that is feito é melhor que perfeito, which means that done is better than perfect. So I don't want to half-ass it stuff, but have something that you actually did and half-ass it is better than not doing anything at all. I'm starting to realize that. So yeah, I want to go back to the design part of me that I know that I really like. I don't want to put comedy on the side forever, but I feel that I connect way more with the creative process of designing posters than writing sketches. That I've never done, but I do have a bunch of posters that are already ready, but I never did anything with it. And I'm also going to talk about my creative process. I feel like I should be talking about what I know, scripted or not. It's better to talk about what I know than to sit down and create stuff that doesn't exist. For people that work pretty well, but that was never my thing, so why was I even getting into this side, you know? I think the questions that I'm answering myself is, why are you pursuing this? What do you want out of it? And so when I question this, the answers that I get are different from the things that I thought I should be doing. So YouTube, I really want to stay here. It was also kind of thing that I always wanted to do. Not always, but when I was in 2017, I did my first video just like this, me very shy in front of a camera, speaking in my apartment, not my apartment, my bedroom in a rented apartment in Toronto. And I never did anything with that video. So from 2017, Bia, who did one video, never posted, to me in my second YouTube channel, it feels like a growth to me. So speak about my creative process here and use the communication skills, the comedy skills to talk about, no, wait, comedy skills for the moment. I love that I have that, but I don't want to put the pressure on me to be a comedian. I want to be honest about my creative process here on YouTube, and I also want to talk about my creations on Instagram, but not only talk about my creative process, my fears and my anxieties about it, or my victories. It's not going to be always fears and anxieties, but have more fun there, creating maybe reels to talk about my art. And here it's going to be more talking, and on Instagram it's going to be more about my posters and, you know, how can I develop my creative process with reels, trying to sell my art. And here it's me trying to develop my communication skills. I love to talk. I absolutely love to talk. I absolutely love to create. You know, I know there's a lot of moments that when I was in the flow was when I was creating art, my abstract art, digital abstract art. Also painting, but I love straight lines, and on painting is more human lines, and I love the perfection, you know, of the straight line. So yeah, so the new directions are these ones. It's YouTube. I want to focus on editing. You know, I also want to, I just realized that I wanted to do this video but with different takes, so it will be more interesting for people to watch. But I do want to make an effort with editing. I saw this person on YouTube that I forgot her name, but she said something that really made me rethink why I never edited my videos. And she said that artists are really focused on creating their art, but they hate to edit their videos. And the way I see is that editing a video for social media, it's kind of part of your work. Either you accept that or not, it is part of your work in today's age. But also editing, it's an opportunity for you to also create art with your editing and bring your art to life. You're giving your art a second life. You know, it's in a video, it's edited, it's out there for people to see. So I really enjoy that, and I was like, I think I could do that, you know. So I think I'm not gonna do that with this video, or maybe, you know, try to put some of my graphic art in this editing, so I can, you know, challenge my editing skills. So yeah, here YouTube, honest about just talking because I love to talk. Maybe not that much scripted, just the basics. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. YouTube, we're gonna have a basic 4 bullet points about what this video is going to be. Editing, maybe some music, different takes, my graphic art, or just more graphic letters and image in it. On Instagram, my posters, I'll try to sell my posters with reels, be more creative, be more fun, you know. And yeah, I think this is the project, this is the new direction, and from everything that I have thought and talked about, this is what right now makes more sense to me, and I'm just happy that I'm here talking about it and doing it. So this is for today's videos.